we are live. I'm so excited. Welcome to another episode of Fitness Talk with Bernice Taylor. And hello, the Courage Giver. Hello, just for you. Hello, everyone that's coming. Welcome to another episode of Fitness Talk with Bernice Taylor. I am so excited today because I am going to be interviewing the one and only Estelle Brooks, the 68-year-old that you've seen in videos with me jumping around and doing whatever. So as soon as I see her come on, I will invite her up. In the meantime, I am going to read her bio so you get to know her a little bit better. So, Estelle Brooks is a high energy. There she is. Let me bring her on before I forget. And then, let's see here. All right. I've invited her, and so she will accept and come on, and then I can continue to read her bio, and then we're going to ask her questions and find out about what makes her tick. Hello, Estelle.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Good. So I was about to read your bio.
Oh, yes. You made it sound so good, so go ahead and read it.
So hello once again, and I'm getting ready to read Estelle's bio, and then we're going to get into asking her questions about what makes her so fabulous. So Estelle is a high energy certified fitness instructor / personal strength trainer with a master's degree in social work and the experience of working with individuals from diverse backgrounds for over 25 years. Her professional training as a social worker has afforded her the opportunity to correlate the importance of physical activity as it relates to individuals' mental health status. She's an energetic 68-plus-year-old that finds joy in assisting clients and in assisting clients to obtain optimal health and fitness life-changing goals. She encourages and supports clients to take care of themselves spiritually, mentally, physically, and creatively. She uses the holistic fitness approach, finding a routine according to a client's fitness level, as well as their age, their goals, which incorporates cardiovascular and strength training. And she emphasizes the importance of flexibility and balance for total physical wellness. She's found that once we start to look at ourselves differently and realize that when we look good, we feel good. And so that's how she helps others. Fit for You is for You health and fitness specialties are individual fitness training, special design fitness classes, conferences, and workshops. She speaks. She's also on the board of, it's called Black Women Get Fit in Kansas City. And also she is a speaker that inspires, elevates, and enlightens the audience with motivational stories of overcoming health and fitness obstacles and learning to embrace a well-balanced life. Her motto is helping others to maintain a higher quality of life through health and fitness for generations to come. So with that, welcome,
Thank you.
Estelle.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. So people have seen you and I jumping around on social media, doing the unthinkable, doing cardio like we were little younger versions of ourselves. So would you please tell everyone what your background is and what led you into fitness?
My background, like you said, is in social work. And being in social work and working with so many different people with so many different situations that come up in our lives, like having your children taken from you, working with the courts to get your family back, drugs and alcohol, abuse. It just different things in our life, choices that people make that were not the right choices at that time. But knowing that you can overcome that if you work hard enough. And that led me into, once I got into really working into health and fitness, it's the same thing. We all have obstacles that we have, things that have happened to us in our lives, and how we overcome it. Health issues, personal issues, spiritual issues, just different situations that come up, and how we handle those situations to better ourselves and to, overcome them.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I believe whatever our background is, and that's what I'm hearing you say as well, that whatever our background is, it really helps give us the foundation for what we are to do in the future as well. So with
Yes.
that, absolutely. And so with that, would you tell us, when did you start Fit For You Is For You, or really your fitness journey? When did you start your fitness journey?
In my 20s, 30s, 40s, I always worked out off and on, but not that consistency. Like dab a little, you have your kids, you have your family, you just, you don't take the time to really focus on your fitness and health. So I always joined a different gym. I always worked out off and on. I was 49. For my 50th birthday, I just really I looked at life differently, and I really wanted to be healthy and fit. And I joined the Raytown YMCA, a 6 a.m. class, and I never was a morning person, but I met this awesome instructor named Carla Mock at 6 a.m. I went to her class every 5 days a week. And I told her when I met her, I said, now look, my 50th birthday is coming up, and I really want to be fit and look nice. And she instilled in me with consistency, doing it every day, being consistent, and have that mindset that I'm going to do this. For my 50th birthday, I accomplished my goal. I was ready. I was fit. And from that point on, in my mind, I'm saying, now you're 50 and you can really work on your body. Just imagine when I was in my 20s, 30s, and 40s, if I would have had that same mindset as I had when I hit 50.
Yes.
So from that point on, it's like, it's no turning back for me.
Yes.
Everything is forward. Everything is going forward. It's not I coulda, woulda, shoulda. No, it's what I'm doing, being consistent, taking care of myself, loving myself, and being the best version of Estelle that I could be.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. And so did you hear that? She didn't start till she was 50. And a lot of people have that story. I do too, when I wanted to get fit again. It was at 8:51. So absolutely, it's never too late to get
Never,
started.
never.
Absolutely. So
My father, I
Go
just want
ahead.
to add this. My father is 89, and he's always, through his whole career, worked out, even with his health issues. But even at 89 now, he even is consistent with coming to see me 3 days a week, doing something, so we have to let every audience know, age is what you make it. It's just what you make it. If you feel like it's over, it's over. You can be 20 and feel like, you know what, I'm useless. I'm not. If that's your mindset, then yes, that's where you are. You stuck. So age doesn't have anything. So we shouldn't just limit to say, okay, you were 51 hours. What we're telling people is it's never too late.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And also, you need to tell everybody about the fact that your husband, Israel, now, if you guys have seen the Mega Knees, where it's myself, Estelle, and a 70, then he was 71 years old. That's Estelle's husband, called Israel, and he is a fitness trainer. So tell us a little bit about your husband and how that ties into you when you wanted to get fit.
Well, when I met Israel, I was working out as I was an instructor at the Linwood YMCA, and he's a martial art instructor. That's really what his background is. It's personal trainer, but he is a martial art instructor, and he teaches at the Linwood YMCA. And that's why I met him, and he started training me. And from that point on, we have been a team. Training the couples together. We train couples individually, and just letting people know, single, together, not whatever, you can always, you can work on yourself. And that's what we do as a couple, is let women, men know that you can do this and you can take care of yourself.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you said that he'd been a fitness trainer for over
50 years. He's been in the business over 50 years. Originally from New York. So when it comes to his mindset, is a New York. If anybody's from New York or know anybody, they're like, you'd either do it or you don't.
So, you're going to do it. And that's why he's 72 years old and he is fit. Like Estelle said, he is completely fit. He joined us for that mega knees, and he can do even more. So that's Estelle's husband. And Estelle's going to come back because she dropped off. There was some buffering going on, but we'll continue. So I have asked Estelle who her shero is, and she has told me in the past that her shero is Ernestine Shepherd. And that's my shero as well. So we look up to Ernestine at 85 and fit. So if you don't know who she is, look at her Instagram page, Ernestine Shepherd. She's 85 years old, works out every day, fit as can be. Her booty is not drooping. So definitely, let me go ahead and see if I can't invite Estelle back up so we can continue. All right. So let's see if we get Estelle back. And yes, there you are. You froze.
What happened?
It's buffering.
Is it still buffering? I'm buffering or?
Uh-huh. You can see me, right?
Yes, I can see you. Can you see me?
Okay. I can, but it's like in and out. So yeah, I can now. Okay, so
okay.
I can hear you.
Y'all just hold on just 1 minute now. Don't let me, I don't want to touch nothing. Because y'all know I won't know how to get back on. Okay, how's that?
Okay, so we're gonna
okay.
My next, are you okay?
I think.
All right, because it happens on live. You never know what's gonna happen. So
wow.
We just roll with the punches when it comes to live.
Okay.
So my next question is, what is your diet like? What do you eat? How do you eat? Because I'm sure people want to know that. And even people that are going to be watching this during the replay, how do you eat?
I do not eat meat. And when people say you don't eat meat, when I say meat, I don't eat fish, chicken, seafood, nothing. Fruits, vegetables. I do eat dairy products, almond milk. I drink almond milk, organic eggs, and that's about it. But a lot of fruits and a lot of vegetables.
Correct.
Yes.
Excellent. So you're not vegan because you eat animal products, but you're definitely a vegetarian. So
yes.
So excellent. And
yes.
What propelled you to be a vegetarian? Can you share that?
Yes. Part of it, I remember when I started training with Israel, I remember him asking me that question about, do you eat meat? And I was like, yes. And he says, and he just said, okay. That was it. And I start slowly, just start changing my eating, like slowly taking away chicken, and then I took away the fish. But what I noticed is how good I was feeling without it. And how when I was eating the fried chicken and the fried fish and all that, how sluggish after I ate, how I was feeling like, God, I can take a nap. Where when I'm eating all this healthy plant-based food, it's like I still got energy. I can still go do what I need to do. So I start feeling the difference. And that's when I made the choice. It had nothing to do with him, because he was like, okay. It just took time. And once I did stop, it's been now almost six years, maybe about 6 years at least. And I feel great.
Well, you look great. You look amazing.
Yes, I feel great.
And so my next question I wanted to ask you was, we already told people it's never too late to start working out. It's never too late to start taking care of yourself. What would you tell somebody that is starting out? Because I know you have clients that are starting out. They haven't worked out in a while. What do you tell them? How do you motivate them to get going, to get started?
You know what? I take it slow with them. And if you've been out of, I have a client that's in her 70s and hadn't worked out for like over 10, 15 years, but was very active before she just stopped. No reason, just stopped. So with her, I just took it, I took it very slow. Now, she's up. She knows. She said, I am not stopping this. I love how I feel. I love how I look. So it's just taking baby steps with each client and kind of motivate, letting them know this is for you.
Yes. And
how important it is to feel good, because we 50, 60, 70, or whatever age. How do you feel? And she's like, sometimes we might go to the gym or might work out and we do not feel it. But when you leave, you'd be like, I am so glad I did this for me.
Yeah.
And that's where, that's where I hear my clients. Sometimes they drag in here and I can look at them and say, oh, they're not feeling it. And I just kind of let them see where they are and talk to them. How was your day? What's going on? And so we can move on, so we can go ahead and work out. And a lot of times people just say, I'm just not feeling it today. And I said, okay, so let's just do a little. Let's just move that body. And before you know it, a 45 minutes to an hour they're gone. It's over. And they said, thank you. I'm so glad I feel so much better.
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes we just need, you just have to motivate and let people know this is for you. It's not for me. It's for you, and it's your life.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. I'm glad. And so let me segue that into strength training. So weights. How do you counsel your clients on the importance of strength training?
And I think when we get older, that's what we lose, is our upper body. We don't have that strength because we're not doing what we use. We're not picking up babies. We're not picking up groceries. We're not doing all that stuff. We're doing as less as possible is what we're doing. Even when I teach a class called Cheer Fitness, and I always teach them to reach, because when we get older, we want things right where we can just stick our hand and pick. We don't want to do too much of this. But what we lose is that momentum, range of motion. You gotta lift. You gotta, when I hear, so strength training is so important with age. It is one of the most important things. And I'm not saying you got to do 20, 30. I'm saying if you do 3 pounds, 5 pounds, you can watch a commercial is almost 3 minutes long. You can do in a commercial and just do you some biceps. If you don't have light weights, get your canned goods or nothing at all.
Right.
Just sit there, ball your fist up, and just do your biceps. Yeah. Work your shoulders. Yeah. Punch, move side to side. You just have to have some kind of strength training, some kind of weights. You cannot get around it. You have to use them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. And so important. So if you're listening, The fact that we're losing muscle mass, right? We're
Yes, we are.
between the ages of 50 to 70, we lose 30%. And so if we're not fortifying, like Estelle is saying, we're going to be limp, we're going to be weak. And also
Yeah.
our bone density is going down. And so
Yes.
it's important to incorporate that strength training. So you see Estelle, she is fit, and she definitely incorporates a lot of
Thank you.
strength training. And so
Yes.
talk to us a little bit about your dad. You mentioned your dad is 89, and let me tell everybody, if you're not from the Kansas City area, let me tell you, he is very well respected in the Kansas City area, the greater Kansas City area. He was mayor pro tem at one point, and he's always been a community activist. And so
Yes.
Alvin Brooks is his name, and he is definitely in our history books when it comes to Kansas City. So talk to us about your dad being 89 and how you train him.
And you know what? The good thing is with him being 89, it has always really been active. You know, if anyone knows him, he can tell you what happened in 1940 something, the date, the time, kind of even what the weather was like. Sometimes be like, how you remember all that? Because I can't remember yesterday. But
I'm with you.
the older we get, the older we get, we got to make sure that we keep our minds word puzzled. You have to be sharp. You can't just not do anything and just look at TV all day and just sit there. He's always been active, and that's the plus, that as a family, we know that he can take care of himself.
Right.
But when he comes to me 3 times a week, we do light weights, 3 pounds. Sometimes I give him 5, depends on what we're doing. I have a stationary bike that he rides. Now, when he first got on my bike, the stationary bike, I'm telling you, he was like, I'm not going to be able to do this. Yes, you can. Now he can get on there and he rides it, and we can carry a whole conversation. So we do light weights, we do the stationary bikes, have him do some pull downs. Everything is light. It's nothing strenuous. I help him work his legs. So 3 times a week, he is very active, and that's what's keeping him to moving,
Yes.
where he still can get around.
Yes.
You know, he gets out more than I do.
Yes.
You know, he will be 90 years old May 3rd. 90 May 3rd.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it's a true blessing, because I can see through him that the more we cannot be stagnated. We cannot just be centered and not move.
Right.
When I know we always hear, if you lose it, if you don't move, you lose. And that's true.
Yes.
That is so true.
Yes. So I'm so glad. And that's inspirational to all of us, right? That he's 90 in May, and yet 3 times a week he's working out with you. And I'm glad that you mentioned that you do light weights with him and you modify it so it's for that individual. So each person, you should know what your limits are, and that you can curtail your workouts to benefit you. So I'm glad that you mentioned that. Also, by following you, Estelle, I noticed that on Sundays, and some other days, but on Sundays mostly, that you do an early morning run. Can you tell us a little bit about that? I realized earlier somebody had asked me, when did I start getting healthy again? Like, as with Estelle, I used to always work out on and off, right? I had aerobics classes when I was in college. When I lived in an apartment as a young adult, I taught aerobics then. So I've always been active, but I've also had periods in my life where, you know, I go through where I've gained weight. And so it wasn't until 2016 that I decided to get back being active. And the beginning of that year, around April of that year, so I was 51 then, and I haven't stopped since then. So just like Estelle, she decided at 50, I decided again at 51 to be healthy, and I haven't stopped. So let's see here. Let's see if we can. Okay. See if we can bring Estelle on again. I'll try it one more time. See if that works.
All right.
There you are.
Okay, come here for 1 second. Just 1 second. Just stick your head in. I just want everybody to, this is Israel. He's on his way to, just stick your head. He's on his way to the martial arts.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello, Israel.
Hello.
See you.
Okay. I don't know what's wrong.
Okay, so that's Israel. Yeah, it is buffering. So like right there is fine. But Israel is 72, guys. 72. So if he can do it and has done it all these years, we can all do it. Brooklyn Girl says that's very inspiring. And yes, that is, you know,
yes.
to be able to do and continue to do. And Estelle, correct me if I'm wrong. Brooklyn Girl says 72 years young. Yes, he is 72 years young. So, and Estelle is definitely 68 years young. She'll be 69 this year. So it's inspiring because I look up to them and say, yes, this is my future. If I continue to do what I'm doing now, this is my future. And I'm definitely going to be that way. So let's see if we can bring Estelle up again.
Oh Lord, we're gonna have to.
That's the nature of live. You run sometimes early in the morning, right?
5 a.m.
5 a.m. That's
Uh-huh.
right. And I got to tell you, I have to have my 7 hours of sleep. So if I don't, and I don't go to bed early enough, so I make sure I make sure I get my 7 hours of sleep. So I'm not up at 5 a.m. But talk to us about 5 a.m. and the runs that you do and how long of a distance it is.
Well, it's around 4. It's about 4 of us. 4 with accountability partners is what I call them. And we work out at the stadium, the Rolls or the Chief Stadium. That's where we go. We meet at 5 a.m. And it depends on who has to go to work. So we do 3 to 4 miles on those 2 days, 3 to 4 miles.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. And is this or a combination of running and walking?
We do whatever we feel that day. We have one of the young ladies that is, she's always pushing us. So we might end up running more than walking. Yes.
Okay. Excellent. And what I'm hearing you say, Estelle, is that do something, even if it is, you know, that you're running and walking, or you're just walking all of it. Do something. A physical activity that
yes, you have to.
Always, right. It doesn't always have to be the running, right, Estelle? It could
That's
be
right.
something that they love, because some people are not going to work out unless it's something that they love, right?
Exactly.
So speak to the audience about some of the things they could do, as opposed to, like, you know, not just running and working out, but if they're starting, what are some of the things they can do that they love?
And I think that each individual has to figure out what that is.
Yes.
You know, a lot of people use Zumba, or they might want to do kickboxing, but you have to find out what is gonna keep your coming back.
Yes.
Like when people when they come to Fit for You, it's not the same routine. I mix it up all the time because I have kettlebells, I have free weights, I have a jump rope, I have spin bikes, I have elliptical. So I'm gonna mix it up. It depends on when you come in. Okay, today we're doing upper body, but we're gonna do some cardio with that. So each person has to find out what's gonna capture their attention, that they want to come back and continue to do that. And then and I think that's what makes me, because I know on Tuesday and Thursdays, I'm going to run if the weather permits, or walk, or whatever, a combination of both. But that gives me the push for the rest of the day.
Yes.
You know, the rest of the day, when I take the time for me to work out, because I have to, because I train people, I have to carve in time for me to work out.
Yes.
Me training you is not my workout.
Right.
So I have to find out, okay, what time are you going to work out? Now, you done trained everybody else. And I have an awesome group of women that every night, and this has been since January, at 8 o'clock, we do a Zoom workout before we go to bed. So for the month of, in January, we did only abs, like just for 10 minutes. It doesn't take a whole lot.
No.
So now for February, we have incorporated squats, abs, and jump rope. No, not jump rope. Abs, squats, and jumping jacks.
Okay.
So, and we're up to like 100 something squats. But listen, everybody who's in the group, like I said, you might not do 100. You might can do 20. Rest, get your breath, but come back. But to see the camaraderie that I have with the 15 or so women they know at 8 o'clock, we're going to come on. So really, if they complain, but they come on and do it. Right. And then we have a group text where they all chat and say, thank you. You know what? That was good. I needed that right before we go to bed. So everyone has to find their niche and find out what's going to motivate them to continue and to work out, to find what they want to do. Everyone.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Well, let me remind everyone, if you have questions for Estelle, go ahead and put them in the chat or in that question box. I know I've got badges turned on, so I won't be able to put the question up on screen, but I'll still be able to read the question. But Estelle, the last question I want to ask you before we go to the questions, if anyone in the audience has, and I'll scroll to see what they have on their on the chat as well. Mm-hmm. But your daughter, your sister, talk to us about that, because you did the rock dumbbell challenge. Yeah. So they're obviously fit as well. So talk to us a little bit about when they joined you in their fitness journey as well.
My daughter lives in Phoenix, Arizona. My baby sister lives in Atlanta. We work out 3 times a week by virtual on Zoom. So it's 6 o'clock in Phoenix, 7 o'clock here in Kansas City, and 8 o'clock in Atlanta. And so we do this 3 times a week. I mean, it's consistent. And the thing about it, they pay me. It's not free. They pay me to train them. But when they all came to town and we just wanted to do the challenge. So I'll be 69. So I'm 68. My baby sister is 43. And then my daughter's 51. So it was just something that was fun. And we just all got together and said, let's do this.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Excellent. Excellent. And then as far as your sisters and brothers, are they all into fitness, or how is that?
I had one brother and he's deceased.
Oh.
So, and it's 5 girls. It's 5 of us. So that's all I have to tell the audience. 5 different personalities. And they do their own thing. They might not work out with me. I have the one that lives in Savannah, Georgia. She does a lot of walking. And then my other sister, she walks too. So both of them they walk a lot. And then I have a sister here in Kansas City, and that she has a workout in where she lives, and she goes to her gym down there. Okay. So yes.
Excellent.
They're not as consistent, but they do something.
Right.
Yes.
And that's important that we continue to do it. And the more you do, Estelle, wouldn't you say the more you do, the more you want to do, right? Like
exactly.
Your body. Go ahead.
No, you're right. Your body craves for it.
Yes.
You know, and just think, if you one day or a couple of days you don't do anything, your body is saying what? It is like craving. It lets you know what you're not taking care of me. You're not moving enough. What's going on?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I I
Yes.
so empathize with that because my daughter looks at me crazy sometimes. I'm like, it's almost as if I have this urge, right? If I have not worked out for me, like you said, you train
Yes.
people, but you need to carve out workout for yourself. It's the same thing with me. I have all this stuff online. I may show up online and work out like I did this week on arms. Well, that's not enough for me as a workout. So I need to
Right.
make sure that I've worked out. I've done my strength training. I've done my cardio. So yes, absolutely. I
Yes.
feel that. I definitely
Yes.
do. All right. Let me see if we have any questions or comments.
Yes.
Let's see. Roshinda Pickens says the key thing is to do something. Yep. And then Roshinda,
And
she said 5 beautiful sisters. And then
Roshinda, let me say this plug real fast. Roshinda is a women, kept women of God. It's a conference that she does every year. So you don't have to just live in Kansas City. You can live. They do it virtual and here in Kansas City. So it's called Kept Women of God. If I'm saying it correct, Roshinda. But if you go to the Facebook page to sign up, because I'm a part of that, I'm gonna be doing some of the fitness. But it's excellent speakers, and it's something for women that we need to get together to love on each other. So I wanted to thank you, Roshinda. Okay, what's the next question?
excellent. All
I think
right.
she put
So
it in there. Yeah, she put it in
uh
there. Kept Women of God.
right. Okay. And then Edie Darlene said, is there a certain number of calories per day you recommend?
You
That.
know what? To be honest, I'm not a calorie person. I just eat healthy, and I don't overeat. That's all I can say. So I'm gonna say no. I don't have a 12,000 calories or something. I'm not there.
Right, right. And the important thing is if you're going to lose weight, make sure that you're at a calorie deficit, but you don't want to cut too many calories because if you cut too many calories, your body is going to be in starvation mode and then it's going to hold on to the fat. So you're not going to lose the weight. So don't do that. But Estelle is right in that she eats healthy and then doesn't worry about the calories. But like I said, if you are going to count calories, then make sure that is just a calorie deficit, but don't overdo it. All right. So Roshinda says dedication, love it. Somebody says, Roshinda again, I like dancing. Yes, Roshinda. And go ahead and put your questions there. Camille says, both of you have beautiful skin. What do you do to keep that youth? It's basically, let's see if I can get Estelle up here, but it's basically what we eat, how we eat, as long as you eat more fruit and vegetables and exercise, you are going to have that youthful skin and youthful feel. And we stay hydrated. Estelle, the question was, I don't know if you heard it before I brought you up, but she had said our skin looks beautiful and how do we keep it? And I was saying it's the way that we eat and exercising and staying hydrated.
Yes, a lot of water.
Yes.
You cannot go wrong. When she said hydrate, drink. And I always say this too. I know when we get older, we say, but I go to the bathroom. You're supposed to.
You're supposed to.
You're supposed to. So don't just think, oh, I got to go to the bathroom and I don't want to. Yes, you do. Because you can get up. If you can get up, go. But drink plenty of water.
Yes.
Because that's letting you know you're still moving.
Yes.
You're still alive.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Your urine, your pee should not have a color. It shouldn't be dark. It shouldn't even if it's yellow, it should be light. It should be almost clear is what your pee should be. So hydration is so important. I was going back to the old ones and then I'll come back to the new ones. So dedication, let's see here. Okay, that's where I stopped. Let's see. You can put it also in the box and then it'd be easier to pull it up if you have any questions for Estelle. Because yes, Estelle is, her body is rocking it. And she's definitely helping out. So if you're in the greater Kansas City area and you want Estelle to train you, go ahead and reach out to her, and she'll be more than happy to do that. And then, let's see here. It's in shape. Oh, okay. Rashinda also said, we're excited you will be getting the Kept Women of God ladies in shape in a few months.
Yes.
Clear. So that's good. Let me go now to the end of the chat and see if, oh, also follow Estelle here on Instagram. So if you're watching her right now and you don't follow her for inspiration here on Instagram. She is at Brooks Estelle. So follow her to get inspiration here. All right, let's see if, okay, here's one from Mom DL Bennett. Says, my issue is I'll start to work out, then I lose my motivation. What do you say to that, Estelle? She starts to work out, then she loses her motivation.
My question would be to her though, what makes, we have to look at what makes us lose that motivation. Because we be so gone home. We be saying, I like the way this dress is fitting now. And then all of a sudden be like, oh, I don't want to go today. Oh, I don't want to do this. What is going on in their life or in her life that says, I'm through. I don't want to do it anymore. We have to really look at lack of motivation. What's happening? And sometimes we don't even realize that things are going on that affects us from working out or loving ourselves or taking care of ourselves. Yes. So we have to really look at what is, kind of what's going on.
Yes. Absolutely.
Some is stopping you because you if you're gung ho and then all of a sudden it ceases. What's happening? What made it? What went on? What's going on? Because people can say things to directly and indirectly to break your spirits, but you got to have that positive mental attitude. Like, I don't care. I'm going today. I'm gonna do something today. Yes. That would be my answer.
Yes, I'm so glad you brought that up, Estelle, because mindset is so.
Yes.
And that's what you're talking about, is that her mindset. What's your mindset? Why are you stopping this?
Yes.
And figure out what's going on in your life is what I hear Estelle saying, that is stopping you from working out. And sometimes it's also in our past. What kind of relationship did we have with food in our past? And until we can reconcile that part of it, where maybe we had a healthy relationship with food, then we can't move forward. It's harder. So mindset is huge. Thank you.
It's you know what, when I hear people say what I'm not gonna give up this. I'm not. Well, okay. That's okay. What you want to say is, let me see how I can be the best version of myself. Yes. And what would that look like? And what do I have to do to get there?
Yes.
That's absolutely it.
I love it. Okay, so Brooklyn Girl says, can you talk about sleep? How much do each of you sleep? Estelle, go ahead.
Bernice already told y'all I don't need as much sleep. I go to bed at around 10:30, and it depends. If I run, I get up at 4:15, so I can be there by 5. If not, I get up about 5:30 because I usually have a 6 o'clock client. So that's, how many hours is that? About 6, maybe?
7 hours. If it's 10:30 to 5:30, it's 7 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, and if it's 4.
But see, I don't go right to sleep at 10. I'll lay down, cut everything off, but I don't,
Right.
My mind be 100. But I would say 6 to 7 hours I will get.
Yes.
But, yeah.
And that's good, because I'm the same way. Who was it that asked that? It was Brooklyn Girl, I believe. I make sure that I get 7 hours, and even if I don't and I get 6, that's okay. And I do that is because I read an article when they there was a study on people that were ages 50 to 70, and they were tracked for age,
Yeah.
and they found out that if they didn't have the 7 hours of sleep at least, that they were 30% more susceptible to Alzheimer's. And so that's why I make it a point that I get in my sleep. You know, there are other mitigating circumstances, but anytime we can learn more about our bodies and what we're supposed to do, we do it. So that's my motivation behind sleeping the number of hours that I do. Okay, so Roshinda says, absolutely, distractions mess up our motivation. And then Brooklyn Girl says, I'm learning to not rely on motivation because it comes and goes. It's so inconsistent. Okay. So yeah, she's not relying on it. And then Roshinda says she's working on cutting back on sugar. And then Mom DL Bennett, she was the one that asked the question. She said, I really appreciate both of you and all your insight. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And then let's see, Fit Vessels TW said, there are stories we tell ourselves that sabotage our progress.
Yes, I read that one. You're right. You're right.
Yes.
We'll mess it up for ourselves.
Yes.
As soon as we say, if you say can't, try, I can, or I try, right there you are sabotaging. Because you have to say, I can, I will, and I do. Those words, those are the 3 words. Can, will, do. All that other stuff, throw it out.
Yes, yes. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so we're about to end, but before we go, I want to thank Estelle. I want to make sure that you follow her here on Instagram. If you are watching the replay, go to @BrooksEstelle and follow her. And Estelle, also let us know anything else that you have coming in the next month that your people need to know about. Let us know.
Okay, the Black Women Get Fit. If you're here in Kansas City, Black Women Get Fit next February the 19th, which is next Saturday at the Linwood YMCA. We're having the free classes, free workout classes. You have to sign up because of so much of the COVID. We only allowing so many people to be a part of it. And again, in April 8th and 9th, that's what Roshinda, Kept Women of God, is having a 2-day conference, which is virtual and in person. And you can go to their website to sign up for that. So those 2 events. And then if you live anywhere, Kansas City, I do every Tuesday, 12.
Uh-oh. It's every Tuesday, 12 to, I think she's talking about the chair fitness. So go on her Instagram page and check on that, because she's probably talking about the chair fitness, which I know she does on Tuesdays. So hopefully I can bring her up for just her last parting words that she's going to tell us, and we will end. So, Estelle, here you go. Okay. So,
real fast. Every Tuesday, 12 noon, 30-minute chair fitness workout is virtual. Go to my Facebook page, Fit For You is for you, and you'll see the link. It's a free link. Share with anyone. 30 minutes chair fitness. And you know what? I don't know what has happened today with my phone. I appreciate you, Bernice, and the audience for putting up with me, because I don't know nothing about technology, and Bernice can tell you that. She had to tell me. I said, well, so what am I supposed to do to get on here? So this buffering and all this, I don't know. But thank you, and I appreciate you, and I love you, my sister. I truly do.
I love you too. And I see you already, you're already grown in person, but I can't wait to celebrate your growth on social media as well.
Me too. I'm excited. Thank you. And anyone in the audience, I thank you for just taking your time out to just listen to me and to Bernice, because we appreciate. We cannot do this without you all. We can't do it.
Yes. And just somebody wanted to know what the name of your Facebook page is.
It's called Fit for You. Is for You Health and Fitness.
Yes.
So
all
it's
right.
Fit. Yeah, number 4, Fit for You, Is for You Health and Fitness. Yes. Or just go to my personal page, Estelle Brooks, and it'll take you there too.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. So Estelle, very last thing before you leave, if you had to leave us with some important words, just an important sentence or that you could share with someone that's struggling, that wants to work out, what would you say to that person?
I would say first thing is the mindset, that positive mental attitude. And second, love yourself. Truly, if you have to love yourself wherever you are, and don't rely on anyone else to tell you what you are or what you are not. Love yourself and have that mindset that you can do this, whatever that is. And it's never too late.
Thank you, Estelle. Love you. This is
Love you too. Talk to you soon. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Mwah. Bye-bye.